Now, Standard 8, since you have got your class test tomorrow, I am reading the lesson so that you can see the video and also learn your chapter well. I had the train compartment to myself up to Rohana. Then a girl got in. The couple who saw her off were probably her parents. They seemed very anxious about her comfort, and the woman gave the girl detailed instructions as to where to keep her things, then not to lean out of the windows, and how to avoid speaking to strangers. So the narrator he is on his way to Rohana, and then there was a couple who was giving their daughter some instructions. They seemed very anxious, means they seemed very concerned, and gave her instructions how to go about when she is traveling in a train. They called their goodbyes and the train pulled out of the station. As I was totally blind at that time. Now, the narrator is actually physically blind. My eyes sensitive only to light and darkness. I was unable to tell what the girl looked like, but I knew she wore slippers from the way they slapped against the heels. When the parents told the girl goodbye and the train pulled off, since he was totally blind, he could only see light and dark, means like how when we close our eyes, we see darkness. Okay, and if the lights go off, there's darkness there. When the lights come on, then we can see, even with our eyes closed, we come to know that the light has come. But his hearing was powerful. He couldn't say how she looked, but definitely he knew that she was wearing a pair of slippers that slapped against her heels. It would take me some time to discover something about her looks, and perhaps I never would, but I liked the sound of her voice and even the sound of her slippers. Are you going all the way to Dera? I asked. I must have been sitting in a dark corner because my voice startled her. Startled means either frightened her or gave her a shock. She gave a little exclamation and said, I didn't know anyone else was here. Well, it often happens that people with good eyesight fail to see what is right in front of them, and they have too much to take in, I suppose. Whereas people who cannot see or see very little have to take in only the essentials, whatever registers tellingly on their remaining senses. Now, it is a common thing. People with eyes, we actually do not like to see certain things that is happening in front of us. So he felt that the girl is pretending. Okay, I didn't see you either, I said, but I heard you coming. I wondered if I would be able to prevent her from discovering that I was blind. Provided I keep to my seat, I thought it shouldn't be too difficult. The girl said, I'm getting off at Saharanpur. My aunt is meeting me there. Then I had better not get too familiar, means become very friendly with you, I replied. Aunts are usually formidable creatures. Where are you going? She asked. to Dera, and then to Mussoorie. Oh, how lucky you are! I wish I were going to Mussoorie. I love the hills, especially in October. Yes, this is the best time, I said, calling on my memories. The hills are covered with wild dahlias. The sun is delicious. And at night, you can sit in front of a log fire and drink coffee. Most of the tourists have gone, and the roads are quiet and almost deserted. Yes, October is the best time. She was silent. I wondered if my words had touched her, or whether she thought I was a romantic fool. Then I made a mistake. What is it like outside? I asked. She seemed to find nothing strange in the question. Had she noticed already that I could not see? But her next question removed my doubts. Why don't you look out of the window? She asked. I moved easily along the berth and felt for the window ledge. The window was open and I faced it, making her pretense of studying the landscape. I heard the panting of the engine, the rumble of the wheels, and in my mind's eye, I could see telegraph posts flashing by. Have you noticed? I ventured. Then the trees seemed to be moving while we seemed to be standing still. Now I have read this chapter so that you could listen to the video, see the video, and you can memorize it. Because for tomorrow's test, questions will be coming from inside the story. So you have to know the story well and understand it. That is why I am reading the story to you so that you may not have any problem in going through the video every time after 2 minutes. Okay, so your homework is to go through the windows and point out the important points of the story. Thank you.